Hello everyone, welcome and thank you for taking time to watch this presentation. My name is Kyo Rapetsi and I'll be taking you through this mining city presentation. So who is this presentation for? This presentation is for people who are looking to acquire some assets and also for people who are looking to start a profitable business at a very, very low cost. So let's just quickly start the presentation. Before that, just a quick disclaimer. Please note that I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a tax consultant, nor a cryptographer. However, I will be sharing with you guys my 2.5 years in the cryptocurrency um, mining business. So before we actually go into the cryptocurrency mining stuff, this is something that we would like to share with you guys. It's called the cash flow quadrant. You might be familiar with it, you might not. If you are not, you can find it in Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You can also find it in the book of the same name, Cash Flow Quadrant. When I learned about the cash flow quadrant, I knew clearly which path I needed to take to be able to achieve financial freedom. It explains it very, very clearly and very, very, very simply. So, like I said, it's not complicated at all. I'm just going to take you through it quick. So you see you have four letters there, E, S, B, and I. So this is basically the four ways that people earn money. Okay, it's either you're an employee, self-employed, business owner, or you're an investor. So on the E and the S is on the left side. We call that the active quadrant. The B and the I on the right side, we call that the passive quadrant. So employee, majority of people are employees. They have what we call a 9 to 5. So you basically sold your time for money. Okay, you said from 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, January to December. This is how much you will pay me. Within that, you have your leave days. So when you're an employee, you know you can't just then decide to say you're going to go on a holiday for about 2 months. Because if you do that, then you won't get paid because you didn't come to work as per agreement. And also, you stand risk of losing your job and the money stops coming in when that happens. So you need to be active all the time. Yeah, you need to be working all the time to make sure that money continues to keep coming in. Right. So self-employed, it's for somebody who then decides to be their own boss. You could be selling either products or selling your services. So most of the time, when you start off, like I said, you're your own boss, you're your own manager, you're your own accountant. So self-employed people or specialists, you find that they sometimes make more money than employees, but they also most of the time work harder than employees because, like I said, you are your own boss and then you are your own manager and everything. And here also you sold your time for money because if you stop working, if you stop selling your products, if you stop providing your services, then the money stops coming in and you don't get paid. And you also stand risk of losing your business. So you need to be active all the time for the money to keep coming in. And that is why we call it the active quadrant, the E and the S. So let's move onto the right side, the B and the I. So we'll start with the I, investor. So investor is somebody who makes their money work for them. Okay. So you take your money, you put it into an asset that produces more money for you. Like you take your money, you put it into a rental property. Okay, and then that rental property produces income for you. You take your money, you put it into stock, or you put your money into shares. You put your money into an asset that produces more money for you. So if you, let's say your financial freedom figure is 250,000 a month, you accumulate enough assets that produce every month 250,000 or more. So when that happens, then you know you've reached your financial freedom. So you've got your assets that are now working hard for you, producing the money for you. You can go on holiday for 4 months, and those assets will still be producing the same income, if not more. And so that is what we will call passive income, right? So when we move on to the B, business owner, you could be, somebody who started as self-employed, selling your services or products, and then you open more branches. Okay, and then when you open more branches now, you need to employ people, you employ managers, you employ CEOs. Now they are the ones that make sure that your business is running well and your business is becoming profitable, because when the business is profitable, they get their bonuses, they get paid. So you can also here go on holiday for X amount of months, and you will still be producing the same amount of income, if not more, because you have people who are working very hard to make sure that you become successful, because when you become successful, they also become successful. And the reason why also we're sharing this with you is because you will see when you watch the business opportunity presentation, you will see how it gives you an opportunity to be on the B side of the quadrant there, on the business owner side, and also be able to leverage, right? So right now we're going to be focusing, like I said, on the mining. So the company that we are mining the cryptocurrency with is called the Mining City. So it was officially launched February 2019. So it's in partnership with Minebest. So Minebest produced the infrastructure that mines this cryptocurrency. So they have the mining farms, right? So the mining farms are in Kazakhstan and China. So Kazakhstan, I believe, is third in the world with the cheapest electricity. And with cryptocurrency, one of the biggest costs with cryptocurrency production is electricity. So being in a place where the electricity is cheaper allows the company to be continue to be profitable. So as you can see there, only within 1 year, they made $230 million in sales. And of that $230 million in sales, $108 million paid in commission to members in the first year. So that's really, really great. Meaning, if you were part of the company, if you were a member of the company, you were one of the people that were getting a share of that 108 that was paid in the first year. And this year, we're even doing much, much better than the previous year. So you're looking at also getting even more higher commission paid to members this coming year. So this is just some information, like I said, about the company that we're in partnership with Minebest. They won top 10 mining farms around the world. So that's very, very exciting news. And now these are the CEOs, okay? So this is Greg uh, Rogoski, and then you also have Eyal Evrimovich. So Greg is the CEO of Mining City, okay, and then Eyal is the CEO of Minebest. So, like I said earlier, Minebest are the ones that are producing the mining machine, and then they have the mining farm, and then Mining City. Now they are the one doing the marketing, okay, doing the marketing to get people to be able to get involved with cryptocurrency mining, allow them to be able to have access to cryptocurrency mining. So they're in partnership together to bring you this opportunity to accumulate cryptocurrency and be able to mine cryptocurrency with them. And also with Mining City, it gives you that opportunity now to start that business at a very, very low cost if you do decide to do the marketing. Okay. Right. So Mining City, like I said, we are mining cryptocurrency. Basically, we are accumulating cryptocurrency. Okay, it's equivalent to printing your own money. So with Mining City, we are mining Bitcoin and we are also mining BitcoinVault. Okay, Majority of people are familiar with Bitcoin. As we go forward, we'll be explaining to you what Bitcoin Vault is. Very, very exciting new opportunity, right? So, what is Bitcoin? Like I said, I believe majority of people now have already heard of Bitcoin. If you don't own a Bitcoin yet, you probably have heard about it. So, if you don't know anything about Bitcoin, here's a few information about it. It actually is the first cryptocurrency that was launched in 2009. Okay. So, like, the goal was to create something that's very cheap, easy to use, that's local and international, right? And that's actually what Bitcoin is. It's digital money, right? Because with fiat currency, you have your rand, your dollar, your pound. So they are in two forms, physical and electronic. With cryptocurrency, it's only digital. Right? And you can save it, you can buy with it, and somebody can also pay you with it because it has the same function as your rand, as your dollar. The only difference is that it's only in digital form. It's not in physical form. It's also peer-to-peer, which is one of the main goals of Bitcoin. It was to eliminate the middleman, meaning it allows me and you to be able to transact with each other without having the bank getting involved. Okay, and that is one of the reasons why it's faster, it's cheaper, it's me and you direct without the third party. Okay, so there's only going to be 21 million bitcoins created. And if you look there, it says already 18.3 million of those bitcoins are in circulation already. So there are people who are owning those 18.3 million. They're in people's wallets in circulation already. And that's a very, very important point going forward. You will see why that's a very, very important point as you explain about Bitcoin Vault. So now, guys, look at this. This is a Bitcoin price timeline. So you see, Bitcoin started 2009. Basically, it was zero, and then it's been gradually going up. You see, just after 2012, 2014, it starts going up, going up, going up. And currently, it's trading around 170,000 rands. I mean, this alone is reason enough to want to accumulate this asset because this is something that's been increasing in value. Like we were saying, an asset is something that's putting money in your pocket as opposed to your rand that keeps depreciating every year because of inflation. This is something that's actually appreciating and increasing in value. And like I said, this alone is definitely reason enough to want to get involved and accumulate this asset. Okay, so what powers Bitcoin? What powers Bitcoin is a technology called blockchain. So without blockchain, there's no Bitcoin. You see, it says blockchain is to cryptocurrency what internet is to email. Without the internet infrastructure, there is no emails because emails were built on top of the internet. Once there was a network connected, the internet network was connected. People were then now able to create emails, websites, and now be able to create banking apps. So blockchain is the same, is a network. Now, this network allows now for Bitcoin to be created. Now you have a network where now it allows people to be able to send, to make transactions with each other without the third party. And then now this network is a very secure network. You see, it's decentralized. It doesn't have a central server as opposed to a bank. A bank has what we would call a central server where they have the ledger there. and it's very easy for people to hack it because it's one central security. Okay, now with blockchain, it's decentralized. There's no central server. Like the internet, there's no central server on the internet. It's millions and millions of computers connected to each other. Same with blockchain. So you have all these millions of computers connected to each other, and all they are doing is validating this transaction. They are recording this transaction and validating them. This transaction that me and you are making. That's all this is doing. It's a much better security than a centralized security. So going forward, this is something that you would want to do a bit of research on what blockchain is. If you just do a bit of Google or YouTube and you check best uses for blockchain, it will really blow your mind. The uses of blockchain in the near future. Really, really amazing stuff. But just do a little bit of more research about this new upcoming technology. So these are the machines that used to mine cryptocurrencies. These are also the machines that are connected onto this blockchain network that we are talking about. So you don't need to buy this machine. This is just a visual for you to see how they look. And also with the picture there on the right, those are the mining farms that we're talking about. So you have these mining farms that have thousands of these machines connected and mining this cryptocurrency on that blockchain network. Okay. So why choose BitcoinVault? Now, before we explain why you want to choose BitcoinVault, I just want to go back to this timeline here. Remember, this is the Bitcoin price timeline. So look, 2010, I remember here in South Africa, that's when the World Cup was hosted here. One Bitcoin, it was R1.40, one Bitcoin. The same Bitcoin today would be 170,000. So if you had this information and you could go back 2010, 2011, 2012, where you could buy Bitcoin, accumulate Bitcoin when it was at around 195 Rand, knowing that this is an asset that would be going up in value, how many would you accumulate? It's a great, great opportunity. Things dreams are made of, obviously. So this is why it's important to know that, because with BitcoinVault, it definitely gives you the second chance to go back to when Bitcoin was less than $100, where now you also have an opportunity to accumulate a cryptocurrency that will be going up in value, but now you have an opportunity to start accumulating it when it's still very, very affordable. So what is BitcoinVault? BitcoinVault is an exact copy of Bitcoin. Okay, so everything that Bitcoin is, BitcoinVault is also the same thing with added features. One of the main things that BitcoinVault has is the special security, which no other cryptocurrency on the market has. And that's definitely what makes this cryptocurrency special, and why I also think it will make it popular. If you read there on the bottom right corner, it says protected from theft. Every transaction is alert on chain for 144 blocks and can be cancelled in an emergency with a recovery key within 24 hours. What that basically means is if somebody hacks into your account and steals your cryptocurrency, steals your Bitcoin vault, you have an opportunity to recover your Bitcoin vault within that 24 hours with a recovery key. So, with most people who try to get involved with cryptocurrency, they're always worried about security. worried that this thing is online, is on the internet. They're not familiar with the internet. They're afraid that it will get hacked. So with Bitcoin Vault, at least it offers extra security so people can be comfortable with dealing with this cryptocurrency, knowing that if anything happens, they have an opportunity to recover their cryptocurrency back into their wallet. Also, if you're somebody who sends cryptocurrency, who deals with cryptocurrency, you have to put in a wallet address, you have to copy paste it. Sometimes you find people who would want to type it. We always say double check, triple check when you're sending, your cryptocurrency. But if you make a mistake and you send it to the wrong address, then it's gone. You have no way of retrieving it. Once it's recorded on blockchain, it cannot be altered. So with Bitcoin Vault, if you make a mistake and you send your Bitcoin Vault to the wrong address, you have an opportunity to retrieve those Bitcoin and try again, send it to the right address. So that's really an amazing feature. Like I said, Bitcoin Vault being the first to have such a feature, makes it a cut above the rest. So this is the Bitcoin timeline, Bitcoin price timeline again. And if you see, it took Bitcoin 4 years to break through the $100 mark. Okay. And it was between 2012 and 2014, around 2013. That's when Bitcoin broke the $100 mark. And it makes sense because around 2009, 10, up to 2012, not a lot of people knew about Bitcoin. Not a lot of people were involved in accumulating Bitcoin. It was only a few people who knew what it was, who had faith in it. Not everybody had faith in it yet or understood what it was. But now more and more people are getting involved. You and you can get involved in accumulating Bitcoin. And that is why you see now today the price is what it is, because now more people are getting are involved in this asset. So now, if you see, it says unequally distributed. You have 0.06% of all wallets hold 62% of Bitcoin that are in circulation right now. Remember, we said it was 18 point something million Bitcoin that are in circulation already. So of that 18 point something million of Bitcoins, is only 0.06 of wallets hold 62% of that 18 point something million of Bitcoins. So those are probably the people that started getting involved between 2009 up until 2012, around there, when it was still very, very affordable, until very, very cheap to accumulate, to buy, and also to mine. Okay. So now when you look at Bitcoin Vault started December last year, 2019. It only took Bitcoin Vault 4 months to go past the $100 mark, right? Now, obviously, that's because now, like I said, more people are aware of cryptocurrency, not just Bitcoin, different cryptocurrency. Now, a lot of people are accumulating cryptocurrencies everywhere. A lot of people are mining cryptocurrencies. There's a lot of companies also that are mining cryptocurrencies, just like Mining City. So you have Mining City, which has a community behind it that are now getting involved in accumulating this Bitcoin vault. You have more and more people getting involved in this Bitcoin vault, and that's why you see it was able to do what Bitcoin did in 4 years, Bitcoin Vault was able to do in 4 months. And as we speak currently, it's already gone past the $123 mark. It's already at around $220. So it's definitely going up in value, just like Bitcoin. So it still gives you an opportunity to accumulate it. Like I said, it gives you an opportunity like those people who were accumulating Bitcoin when it was below the $100 mark. Well, now below the $200 mark. Okay, but still very, very affordable. It's something you want to start accumulating now because, like I said, it's exactly a copy of Bitcoin, but with extra features. That's why it makes it much more special. It's what Bitcoin should have been. It's able to do the things that Bitcoin is unable to do, and that is why I believe it will definitely be popular. And you will see as time goes, it will be going up in value, and that's why you want to accumulate it. Okay, so here with Mining City, we are mining this cryptocurrency called BitcoinVault. Okay, so you have packages that you can buy with Mining City. And when you buy these packages, you're basically buying mining power with the company. So you don't have to do anything. You just buy a mining package and then they just start mining for you. They take those mining machines at their mining farm and then they get them to mine Bitcoin Vault for you, and you receive your Bitcoin Vault in your backend wallet address. And then you can move it from there to your own personal wallet whenever you want. So like I said, it's 100% passive. So you just buy a package and then you just let it accumulate Bitcoin Vault for you. Okay, and any package that you buy here, you are guaranteed to mine for 101 days. Okay, so for 101 days, depending on what package you bought, you will be receiving a share of Bitcoin Vault in your wallet every day, depending on what the company has mined on that day, and also depending on what package you bought, which gives you mining power. So the amount of mining power will determine how much you accumulate daily in your wallet. So when you buy a package, you start mining after 10 days. So after 10 days, you will see in your wallet, you will then start accumulating your Bitcoin vault. Okay, and like I said, it's for full 101 days. So it's that simple. Okay, again, it's passive. You don't need to tell anyone about it. You don't need to get anyone to join if you don't want. The part where you want to do the business, it's not mandatory. It's up to you if you do decide you want to do the business. And if you do want to do the business, like I said, we'll be doing another presentation where we'll be talking about the compensation plan. If you're interested in creating more multiple income, you can look at that and get a bit more understanding on how it works. Yeah, but with this is basically it. It's really not complicated at all. Once you buy a package, you have access to a website where you'll have your back office, you'll have access to support, you'll have access to lots of things like tutorials and some training there that will be able to help you, especially also if you want to do the business. There's also updates all the time on the website as well, right? So again, it's definitely up to you to decide how much you would want to get paid, depending on how many packages you want to buy with the company. But again, you can buy packages to mine Bitcoin, or you can buy packages to mine Bitcoin Vault. Okay, so personally, I would advise you mine Bitcoin Vault because it's currently very profitable. And again, like we explained, you have an opportunity to accumulate it when it's still very affordable, and then you can cash out when it's at a very, very high price. And so it gives you a very good opportunity to be in the shoes of those people who were accumulating Bitcoin back in 2010 to 2012. So this is all in the presentation today. And like I said, if you are interested in doing the business, just look forward to the compensation plan presentation. Again, thank you for your time and for listening to the presentation. I hope you were able to get some value here. And again, enjoy the rest of your day and stay blessed. Thank you. Bye.